If you regularly need to make corrections or changes to customer sales invoices after they are created and printed, you can use the Batch Invoicing method in the Sales module instead of live invoicing. Batch Invoicing allows you to keep invoices available for auditing prior to posting them and committing amounts to customers and GL transactions. To use the batch invoicing process in sales orders, you need to open Company Settings. From the Sales Orders area and the Processing Invoicing tab, set the Batch Posting selection to Batch Invoicing. When this is enabled, the Sales Order module has a Batch button revealed on the toolbar and a Batch column revealed on the Orders grid, providing different functionality when invoicing. Creating and processing sales orders works in exactly the same way as when live invoicing is enabled. The difference occurs when it is time to generate an invoice for the customer. Whether you create invoices from the order list screen for a selection of orders, or edit a specific order to create a single invoice, only the document is created at this time. You can still apply a payment if you are editing the order to create the invoice. Then print or email the invoice form for the customer, but no transactions will be created for accounts receivable or general ledger. After this procedure is completed, the sales order now has a closed status, but it is not yet moved to sales history. You can still re-edit a closed order, and most fields may be modified for corrections. Some edits are disallowed and will instead give an error, such as attempting to change the shipping address. Inventory items on closed orders are still committed and have not yet been relieved from on-hand quantity. When it comes time to assigning invoices to a batch, Spire provides some flexibility in how you can do this. From the Batch button, choose Create Batch to open a screen with some options. You can create a new batch using the next internal batch sequence number, or append invoices to an existing open batch not yet posted. One way to populate an invoice batch is to choose orders that have already been closed, either with any invoice date or restricted to orders with a selected date. You can optionally print reports either to list all the invoices in the batch or create the invoice forms to print or email for customers, and the general ledger transactions that will result when the batch is posted. You can even post the batch now, or wait for later. Typically, using batch invoicing means that you want to accumulate and verify invoices before posting. Therefore, often the batch is not posted at this time. Confirming these choices will print the selected reports and assign the batch number to all identified closed orders, visible on the order list grid column. The other way to assign orders to batches is to select one or more orders from the list, even if they have not yet been invoiced and closed, and use the same Create Batch process from the Batch button. For non-closed orders, this will create the invoices now, without the opportunity to apply payments. For the selection criteria, choose Selected Orders. All of their settings work in the same way, including whether you create or append to a batch. When you continue from this screen, if any customers of these selected orders will be over their credit limit, invoices will not be created in this process unless you have user security rights to override the credit limit. Even if you have the rights to create the invoice, you can skip invoicing the order if desired. All newly invoiced orders will have an invoice number and date assigned, and the respective batch number assigned to all. After orders have been closed and added to batches, it is not too late to make corrections or order selections. If you didn't want one or more particular orders to belong to a batch, you can highlight those orders on the list. Then from the Batch button, choose Remove from Batch. This will clear the batch number from the selected orders, which remained with a closed status and have the invoice number and date values not cleared. Or if there are corrections necessary to be made that cannot be done on closed orders, you can highlight one or more batched orders and click the Reopen button. This will set the order status to open for all selections, and the batch number is removed if one had been previously assigned. When you are ready to commit one or more invoice batches as transactions, from the Batch button, select View Batch List. This screen lists previously created batches, either open or already posted. Reports are available to print for an invoice listing within selected batches, and invoice forms to print or email to customers. For a single batch, you can print a trial posting to see the GL transactions that will be created, to ensure amounts are as expected. And when you are ready, choose one or more batches to post, which will create the general ledger transactions and any accounts receivable invoice posted to customer accounts. Completed orders will be moved to sales history, and orders with remaining quantity to ship are available for the future. If you would like more information about Spire Accounting, access the link in the description below to our homepage. Read the online manual help for additional assistance. Watch more videos from this playlist, and subscribe to the Spire YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.